Should be up. Oh. What I need to do. Something real quick. And then we'll get started. That's not what I want. Oh, that is the wrong thing. Hold on. That is not what I want either. Where is just the window capture? I can't remember where it is. Window capture, that's what I want. Where's window capture? There it is. Looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Hey, okay. That's what I want. Alright. Force Impulse Gundam. Real grade. I'm going to try and do something different with my camera today. So, we'll lift this up. Let's see what we got. This is what we're building. I'm going to do something different with my camera. I'm going to try and get a little closer to what I'm building, since this is a smaller kit than a master grade or perfect grade, and get a little closer in to what I'm working on here. Actually, no, first we'll go over to runners. We'll go over to runners first, before we really get into building here. And put this over. Alright, starting off. Sticker markings. What you got? Standard, real grade sticker markings. Alright, this is the A plate. Got light blue parts. A lot of gray inner frame, some yellow parts there, and our clear parts right there. Real grades are too small. Yeah, they can be. Lots of tiny parts. I like them though. Especially when you don't have a lot of space for like every master grade kit. Having 1/44 kit is actually pretty good to have. B-Runner, this is the only advanced MS joint frame that this kit comes with. Bandai's definitely reducing the use of this now. It only has some parts for the chest, and I don't know what this other part is for, but I guess I'll find out as I'm building it. That's all. That's all you get now. They're definitely trying to make the real grades more like master grades now, which I can't really complain about. And this is should be the C or C plate. I can find the lettering. There it is. Standard white parts for a Gundam. Nicely detailed. It'll look good when it's all done up. The Sazabi, yeah, the Sazabi was really good. I built that last year, I think, sometime. I didn't really do any video on that or anything. I might have to at some point. D2 play is just a duplicate of the other runner. Partial duplicate. Same thing. And this is the D1. I gotta get used to this new camera because it's mirrored from what I'm looking at, so I gotta make sure to line stuff up properly. Anyway, just some more gray plastic inner frame parts. There is no ABS plastic on this frame, so that means I can use my regular panel line wash marker on this stuff, and I shouldn't have a problem. D2, I think this is just a partial duplicate of the other one. More inner frame parts. E runner got two of these. They're duplicates. They're the same thing. Got two of these. It's an off-white color, kind of more like a really light gray. But that gives you your nice little two-toned real grade look. That's so popular with the line. And this here is the F1 plate. This is a sort of a bright red. Actually, it's a very standard red plastic. See on a lot of kits. Pretty typical Gundam red plastic. Anyway, those parts for the shield. The force. What do they call it? Is it the force pack? I don't remember. The backpack. Epic, and they're doing something like that. That's a fun hobby. You should probably take a look at it. It's not that expensive to get started. But I've been doing it for a long time. Anyway, F2 runner is just a partial duplicate of the other runner I just showed. You have G1. This is the blue. This is a very bold, deep blue for this kit. It's nice. I probably would have been okay if it was like a little paler, but I guess it's okay. And H plate, this one here. Yes, you're well. Go get fucked because you will quickly start to want to get this kid and then that kid, that kid, that kid, and that kid. This keeps going and going and going. It is kind of like crack. Some people describe it like that. Once you get hooked, you get kind of addicted to it. Anyway, H plate. This is black plastic. Mostly parts for the backpack, I would say. Also, I see there's a few runners that they have these really big folding gates on. Look at this stuff. This is huge. There's like 3 runners that have this stuff on them. So if you want some scrap pieces of plastic, flat piece of plastic, the kit comes with that. Like I don't really see too many kits that have this much extra plastic on the screw runner. Kind of excessive on this thing. And lastly, sabers. Standard SB13. Alright, let me arrange my runners here and see what I want to get started with here. Give me a moment. A momento. I'll look at that for a moment. Try to kind of arrange my runners so I have them in order. So when I'm looking for something, I know where it should be. And I do kind of want to get some music going. Now, so far, Zelda music has been pretty safe, so I probably will try that. Okay, this is weird. I've never seen that before. It wants me to take a Trump survey. What? No. I'll skip that. Not doing that. First time that's ever popped up. What? Oh, I'm not going to do that now. Okay. I'm going to keep... Actually, is that music like barely audible? It's like I can really hear it, but it doesn't seem like it's on the stream too well. Volume balancing. A little louder. Low for sure. Like, I don't want to like overwhelm. Now you hear it, but barely. Now it's good. Okay. You can still hear me. Right? I gotta have something to listen to while I'm building. I can't just do this like in silence. Yeah, there's always a delay. Delay is usually about, the last time I checked was sometimes between 10 and 20 seconds. Yeah, about a quarter lower. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. Hopefully that's good. It's really helpful to have people listening and being able to tell me if it's too loud or too low. Because I can't, a lot of times I can't tell when I'm in the middle of streaming. Alright, so this thing wants me to start with the core fighter, which is a core splendor, that's what they call it. I did notice that, dude, this is why I had the photo thing, that this is what the core splendor is supposed to look like. But in the actual kit itself, I don't know how far I'm going to go with this. It's basically just that. You can kind of see the difference. The actual core splendor has more white and some blue along the wings, and there's yellow along the top wingtips and a little bit of black on the front. The one on the model is actually a lot plainer looking. Why is that not going down? I just minimize that. Yeah, I do some painted kits now and then. Decals, panel line, top coats, matte coat's the way to go. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the most basic approach, I guess, to take it for Gunpla. Well, maybe a little bit more than just doing a straight build. I try to do a little bit more than just normal straight building. Need C plate. A C plate. C plate's right here. C10. Yeah, when I do basic building of a kit, I do the panel lining. I do a little bit of detail painting as I see fit, and I will use the decals. And I might do a top coat if I feel it's really necessary for a kit, but I don't really do that all the time. Four and 5. Most basic is out of box, yeah. I think a lot of people just do out of box because it's just the easiest thing to do. I do kind of rush through it, I guess. I mean, I don't really rush through my kits. I do kind of take my time with them. Seven. Where is that? Find the part though. You're right there. Two of those. This is where you get into all the tiny parts. I need to get some of these. There's one red part. I see it. Alright, I think that's all the parts for that. Where's my little box? Let's talk about maybe some Gunpla news while I'm trimming this stuff off. Kind of already talked about the Wing Zero custom car that's coming. I already talked about that, I think. I finished up the Aegis Gundam. Already kind of gave my opinion on that. That's probably going to be a pass for me, so I'm not really that crazy about the Wing Zero custom. What else is new? Just before I went on here, I saw that there's a high-grade Gundam Plutoni coming. Obviously, that's going to be a P-Bandai thing. That looks pretty neat. It's nice to see, like, some obscure Gundams getting some kits. The Plutoni is some Gundam 00, one of the... I want to say it's one of the previous generation variants of the... I'm trying to remember what lineage the Plutoni is part of. I think it's part of the same lineage that the Nadley was part of. Could be mistaken on that. Yeah, if you look at the Gundam 00 Gundams, they're all part of a different lineage. Like Exia is part of a certain lineage that goes back to the Estrella, then it goes forward to the Gundam 00 and then to the Quanta. Dynamese, what the... was a Gundam Abul or something, I think, like that. It's part of that lineage, and then, of course, it goes into Sheridan and, Zabanya. Yeah, there we go. Felt that all the Gundams have a certain lineage they're a part of. I think Plutoni was part of the lineage that the Nadley is part of. I could be mistaken on that, though. Yes, America has P-Bandai Store, yes, finally, yes. I know, they've been up for about a month now, I think. Only got one kit on order from the P-Bandai Store, that's the F90. Won't be getting until September. It's nice to finally have it, but you still gotta wait a long time, but at least you're not paying like triple the price on the kit anymore. And you have about as fair a shot as anybody else now at getting a hold of P-Bandai kits now, so it's just starting out. I hope it does continue. I really ordered 2 or 3 kits a day before that officially dropped using White Rabbit. Yeah, I've heard similar stories about some people who are like, I just ordered this thing through another seller, and now it's on the P-Bandai Store. Yeah, that's the breaks. Like, I wonder how, like, some of the few domestic retailers that handle P-Bandai stuff are going to react to this now. Like, I know Gundam Planet and USA Gundam Store will carry P-Bandai stuff sometimes, but even at their prices, they have to have a marked up price on them just to make money back on them. So they're still expensive there, but now that there's an actual P-Bandai shop to get this stuff from, I don't know if they're really gonna... I don't know if it's worth their time to even carry P-Bandai stuff anymore. So we'll probably have to see what happens with that. Like, I've only used them a couple times before for P-Bandai stuff. Just have to see what happens there. Off the top of my head, is there anything else interesting that's been announced recently? I know there's the Beyond Global RX-78-2 Gundam. It was like yet another high-grade Gundam. Because we need more high-grade Gundams. You would have thought, okay, we got our high-grade revived Gundam. That should be good enough for a while. Oh, we have a G40 industrial design Gundam. Cool. Alright, that's good. We don't need any more. But no, wait. Let's have an origin version of the high-grade Gundam, which arguably is probably the only one I think that is actually worth probably getting out of the bunch because this looks really good. The rest are just kind of very gimmicky, kind of weird looking. But no, we got more coming. We got the there one other. I'm trying to think. There's like one other one besides the Beyond Global one that came out recently. I think it's just the Beyond Global. So yeah, yet another high grade. It's like the past 2 years, like pick whichever high grade Gundam kit you like, and you will probably find one. Lots of choices, even though it's all the same robot suit. The Lightning, Xeon RX-78, and I think the Spider Ball. Lightning. I'm not sure what the Exio Lightning is. There was the Casvel Gundam 3.0 Master Grade that came out. And you know, if I was in a hankering for a Gundam 3.0 kit, I would probably get that. But I'm kind of trying to wait and see if they do like a G3 3.0, because I would like to have that. Oh, it's the lighting kit for the perforated Exio. Okay, yeah, okay, I understand. I totally understand. The lighting kit for the perforated Exio is totally worth having. It definitely makes that whole kit, brings it to a whole another level. What else is there? The Spider Ball. Yeah, the Polypod Ball. I was considering getting the Polypod Ball. It's just my budget is really limited for Gunpla, so I kind of have to pick and choose what I want to build. So maybe if I somehow get into the ownership of some sudden amount of money, maybe I would get it, but it's probably going to be a while. Honestly, if I get some more money to buy Gunpla, I'd probably get the Master Grade Curios. Because I did really enjoy the Master Grade Dynamics. This is very odd music. I mean, I know it's Zelda, but I don't know what game this is from. I haven't played all the Zelda games. I dropped a Gundam recently, so you got money for once. Oh, that's good. Good for you. I've been trying to do a bit of job hunting, and there's not really a lot of good jobs in my area. I've just been kind of eking by right now. Got all this extra time on my hands, and just kind of building Gunpla and doing some live streams. Unemployed just for 2 years doing long jobs, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of sort of in that same situation. I've been back in college for the past year and a half, so I've been really trying to focus on that and not get sidetracked too much by jobs or even Gunpla to a degree. Why I haven't really done a whole lot of Gunpla the past couple of months. While a lot of my videos have kind of petered off. Because making videos does take a lot of effort and time. Regular live streaming might be something a little bit more easier to do. Of course, like as soon as I start getting into live streaming on Twitch, it's like Twitch is already having its share of issues. They're like, oh no, look out for the DMCAs. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm probably okay with the Zelda music. I'm not trying to play popular music on my channel, because I think that's where a lot of the problems are coming from. I think I probably should be okay. I'm not that worried about it. And even on YouTube, whenever I get copyright claims, it's just like, whatever. Just go ahead and mute that part of my video. I'm not gonna fuss over it. Yeah, I'm gonna do a little bit of painting on these parts. To see how this thing is supposed to work here. I guess it's like an internal frame part for the core splendor. I keep wanting to call it a core fighter. And it's basically a core fighter is what it is. Keep forgetting I gotta keep my hands in the frame as much as I can. I keep leaning back as I'm working on it. It's more comfortable. Otherwise I gotta lean forward some while I'm doing this. You can see what I'm doing. Okay. Oh. I don't know if you can see that on camera. Right there. That's a chair. That's a chair for the cockpit right there. Very tiny chair. I'll look into that. A tiny chair. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I can tell you, I'm trying to build like a really tiny 144 war fighter that's transformable. It's kind of amazing that they can actually make this work when it's so tiny. At the same time, you kind of dread kind of working on this because it is so tiny. Like My hands are not that big, but even I feel like these parts are probably a little too small for my fingers. Hey. Okay, enough of that. I need to figure out what I'm gonna. You know what I do? I know I want to put the frame on the canopy because it looks. I don't like the way it's just gonna look plain on the thing there. The rest of these, I'm going to do panel lining on first. That's what I'm going to do first, is clean up my nubs. Grab what is visible here. And none of that is going to be visible. Okay, that's going to move straight on to down lining. Actually, let me paint this first, that way I can let this dry. I don't have white paint, and apparently the canopy is supposed to be white. Definitely feel where the edge of the frame is. I could go with silver, I guess. It's probably close enough. And of course, I didn't bring my silver paint out. I have to go grab it. Come on. Out. Okay. No need those yet. I'll probably have to go with the toothpick method here. Let me dive for a second. Will the paint bottle open? Yes, it will. see if I can do this without going all over the place. Painting a canopy like this is definitely one of those like hold your breath moments. It's like, especially when it's so tiny. Ugh. But it's not the end of the world if you mess it up. A lot of times it's possible to kind of get the paint off without making a huge deal. I need to put paint on my finger, that's kind of like a deal now. Finger. Alright, I don't know if you can see there. Yeah, you can see it there. But yeah, canopy's got a frame on it now. I'm gonna leave that aside to dry now. All I wanted to do on that. So now it doesn't look like a piece of clear plastic. It looks like a canopy now. Alright, now we can do some. I think I'm gonna do the bit on here real quick with this. Because this part you don't want to use panel line wash on. You do not want to do that with this. I'm just going to use a regular old Gundam marker on this. Got a little chair. All I need to do. I think that's all I need to do with this. I'm going to say yes, that's all I need to do with that. Alright, so I did finally find some gray panel line markers. Finally got a hold of one. Hobby Holic. They originally sent me the wrong one. They sent me this one, the black one, which I don't really need because I already have a black one that's still usable. I just need the gray one. That's what I needed. So they sent me the wrong one, then they sent me the correct one. Nice. I mean, it didn't say return this, so I guess I just have an extra black one now. I am still waiting on my replacement Steel Touch Gray, which I ordered off of eBay like over a week ago, and it's been like fucking shipping limbo for a while. But yeah, in case you've never actually seen one of these pins before, it is the GM302. Basically, this is like a panel line wash in a pen. I really like using these because they're very convenient. It's not like a typical marker. You do need to depress this and let the stuff flow and get going, like that. And it works just like a panel line wash. I do like to use alcohol to kind of clean up the excess with it. That works really well. And yeah, if you don't want to go through the trouble using actual enamel paint wash, just use one of these. These are really good for bare plastic. I wouldn't use these on painted plastic, on painted part. I have to figure out how I'm going to do this because I can't hold on to this the way it is. Let's set aside and think about that. And just do like a quick demonstration of how this works. So we got a wing part. If I can do this on camera. Just like that. Just like panel line wash. And you do a little bit of cleanup with alcohol. That's what I use. There is a cleaner pen. I never felt the need to find the cleaner pen and use that. Yeah. And that works so much better than my old one, which is kind of dried out now. Just need a light touch. Tips. I'm just gonna set those. I'm just using all these alligator clips to hold these tiny parts. Otherwise, it's really hard to do it if I'm holding them by hand. This I can probably do better. A little bit on the interior here. Normally wouldn't be this much trouble. There's just so many tiny parts here. I gotta find a way to hold these things. So tiny. So tiny. I'm actually going to use the black for these parts here. I gotta figure out what to do with these things. And this stuff dries pretty quickly too, so I don't really have to worry about smudging it. Maybe I can get here. Or am I just gonna have to these? They're gonna hold the very end. And this is slipping off the thing. Get on there. Well, maybe it's not such a bad thing when it ended up with the extra black. I think my black probably is running out too. Well, it's not nearly as bad as my with the gray one when it runs out. You can still get ink out of this thing. Just gotta fidget around with it a little bit more. may have to break out that new black one in a moment here. It's getting a little hard to use. The ink doesn't really want to flow too well. Okay, I think I got it again. It was being stubborn for a moment. But it is definitely running out. Alright. Here's a nice little power rods. Just clean it off a little bit and it looks fine. I have to do some touch up on that part. You know what? None of this music is actually from Zelda. I just realized that. It's a mix. It's not just Zelda music. It has other video game music in it. I thought it was just Zelda stuff in here. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about this. It's like, I don't recognize most of these songs. I'm like, what is this? That's just not from Zelda. That's why. These little missile things are kind of a pain in the butt to do. Try and hold them down. Do this. So I'm gonna find some actual Zelda music here in a moment when I'm done here. Alright, I'm gonna see if I find. Try this. This is Chrono Cross, which a lot of people say is one of the best video game soundtracks. So maybe. in my opinion. It is pretty high up there, I say. I don't know if it's the best, but it is pretty high up there. Alright, I do need to touch a few parts here that I think I missed my first go around. Let me get those real quick. Yeah, this core fire is a lot more work than it looks. Alright, so I basically got most of the panel line done. I just gotta touch a few things off. All these little shallow spots at the panel line I doesn't want to stay in for whatever reason. So you gotta use the pin for it. This is where the fun begins. That's what it's supposed to look like. There's supposed to be a black patch on that front cone, on this front cone. Red inside the thruster vents, which I don't know how I'm going to do that. Extra white and the yellow. I'm just blue. I'm just going to have to ignore. I can't do that. Have a picture side of it. See, that's the other thing too. So I have to do some black on that. Get to it. I want to put as many of these parts together as I can before I start painting. So I got fewer pieces floating around. Man, I might be able to get like a little bit of red in there. I'm just kind of seeing how it goes together here. Basically for a transformation, I'm gonna do something like that. The wings tucking in. Like that. And this would be the back. So this side would be inside right there. It looks like that. Okay. Once we got that on a piece like that, I'm going to back off for a second. These on for the moment so they stop rolling around. I'm going to do the yellow first, since it's only a few little things. And again, I'm going to have to go with toothpick painting here because there's so many tiny things here. Yeah, pretty much my entire stream is just going to be a core fighter. But that's for the fun of it. That's the fun of me, seeing How close can I get to what it's actually supposed to look like? Ah, yes, it opened. It almost did not want to open. Right. Put these on here first. Where's the other one go? Like, where is it? It's like so low you can barely see it. But yeah, just that little piece of yellow on the top. That's all I want to do. I am by no means a master at toothpick painting, but it is something I have gotten better at the more I do it. That one. Get the up here out of the way. A little bit of red. I don't know how well that's going to show up on this. Or maybe I could just do gray and silver in there. Hey, look at the. It's just black. Just black and red. I really wish I had some blue paint on me. I don't have any blue paint. I can't really fill it out as well as I'd like. Yeah, let's give it a shot. And with this one open. Yep, got it. Actually, this red paint I think is thinned out. It's not really showing up too well. Not too good. paint on my fingers because that's good. That's how you end up getting paint on everything. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to clean this up. Like, it's not even probably worth doing. Can't even really barely tell what's in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother that. I may just clean that off and... Alright. But I have to leave it alone for a little bit before I can do that. Next, I want to try and do a bit of black. The thing about this is I have this black. It's the only black I have. The acrylic black. I'm going to do that for all these little landing gears here. I want to do some silver on these too. Do that first or wait. I don't have enough. These are dry now. I can take these off now. I think even this should be dry now too. I'll go ahead and do this first. I don't think acrylic really works as well for this technique, but you can still do it with this. Sad news. It's sad time. About the acrylic paint, this get kind of gummy after a while. Like it dries differently than enamel paint, so it doesn't really behave the same way. It starts to get kind of rubbery. I kind of wish I could get a hold of the Mia enamels, but they're so hard to find. Like my local hobby store only has the acrylics. I know Tamiya does make Tamiya does make enamel paint. I've seen them before. I don't know why they're so hard to find domestically. Yeah, okay, that's it for that. I'm gonna go ahead and try and paint that bit on the cone. So most of this is probably gonna have to dry for a while, so I may not be getting this together tonight. Might be able to use a brush for this bit. And okay, wait a minute, that is not the right brush. That is the wrong paintbrush. That's the brush I would use for panel lining. I don't want to use that one. But it's a modified paintbrush. I pulled the wrong one. Hold on. Where is the right paintbrush? There we go. That's the one I use for a cookie. I have certain brushes for certain things I do. I try not to mix them up. Like I have this one brush for acrylic paint. I only use it for acrylic paint. We don't mix it up with the enamel paint. And this whole section should be black. That's what I'm gonna do. Why did I bother panel line before I did this? No. I'm not going to do the panel liner on top of the paint, because that's just going to mess it up. So I'm going to do the paint after I do the panel lining. Why is this having an issue right in this spot here? Come on, there we go. Alright, so it's going to look like that. Closer to the way it is on the line art. Go paint up a bit more when it dries. I turned the music down a little bit. It looked like it was like hitting the limiter there. Starts getting into the red, it's probably too loud. This music might be louder than what I had on before. Like, I don't know, you really want really loud boingo oingos. So much boingo oingo in this song. Listen carefully, you can hear the boingo oingo. Boingo boingo boingo. A little bit of silver, and I think that will be it for this. And slightly used to. Winged. You can definitely hear the boing goes. Boing. I know this is all like really hard to see on video, but when I get the actual pictures up, you'll really be able to see the difference here. See, that's kind of it for the landing here. Really hard to see the tiny details on this camera. Going on for like an hour, 30 minutes here. Take a look at this part again. See if I can clean this up a little bit. You can kind of scrape some of the paint off with a toothpick without trying to scrape the plastic itself. Just try and clean it up a little bit. Okay, well, I still got plenty of time here. So while all of this paint is drying, I guess I could move on to the torso here. Yeah, I could probably do that because it's just this bit here. This is the torso with the stuff here. So Core Fighter's gonna have to dry a bit before I can do anything else with that. Move my pins around so they're not on top of everything. Lay all these up here for a moment while they're drying. It will come back to the Core Fighter. And I want to say 30 minutes, maybe. By then I can put this together. And clean off the okay. I already get my manuals 30 where I'm working. I don't know if it's the same for other people. But yeah, my manuals will get scummy. It gets scummy as I'm working. So we do need this bit for the chest here. This thing actually wants me to put a sticker on. Right here. Oil sticker goes on the inside of that part. Play 746. This will not take nearly as long as the core fighter, I can assure you. I don't think there's anything I have to paint on here. It's all pretty straightforward. First 45. Oh, that's this full film. Snakebone Mansion. This is one of the few original songs from Radical Dreamers that actually still made it into Chrono Cross. And it sounds almost exactly the same as it did the original game. And I have actually played Radical Dreamers. It was the Chrono Cross before Chrono Cross issue. Nobody knew about that. Yes, there was kind of a Chrono game that was in between Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger that very few people ever played. And Chrono Cross was basically just a remake of Radical Dreamers. A vastly more like a reinterpretation of the events of Radical Dreamers, I would say. I need F plate. I need the F plate. And F16. The tiny little door. we need some D-runner parts. Nine. I think that's everything. Yeah. Okay. Let's go through this. This won't take nearly as long. And then I get this done, see if I can put the core fighter together, and then that will be it for tonight. I might know they had to put like a big nub right on this part. But no matter what way you do, it's going to look kind of weird. It's supposed to be perfectly rounded part. Let's put this big gate on here. Hey, come on, Bandai. Could have stuck it on the other side of the thing. I think this particular track was some track with gamers also. Although I think they kind of remixed it a bit for Chrono Cross. Like some of it sounds familiar and some of it doesn't. But it is kind of a main theme of the game. This song serves as kind of a bass theme for some of the other music in the game. Alright, that's it for that. Open up with nubs. We can start analyzing. Right here. Oh, okay, I see. That controls the hatch. Okay. Alright, you probably can't really tell, but the actual Vulcan guns that are on the top of that hatch are on right there. I was wondering what part had those things on them. So they're just gonna slip through. Although they look more like beady little frog eyes, I'd say. An actual Vulcan, head Vulcans. But they're not head Vulcans, they're chest Vulcans. They look like little frog eyes though. Here. Just gonna do a little touch this over for these opens, because that's what I like to do. Try not to get your finger in the whole thing. I know that'd probably just stand out a little better that way. Alright, the rest of this is just regular plastic, so I can just use the pen on those. Pin this. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna break up then. So don't spend there quite too much time waiting for ink to come out. So the ones that are going to be gray are going to be these one, black is going to be the rest. Oh yeah, much faster. And much easier to get it on my fingers too. Have a good way to hold these things in place. Like an internal part on a real grade, there's actually a lot of molded in detail on here. This is the inside of the shoulder joint. I can't even see that on the camera too well. Yeah, like that. See, most of that stuff you were never going to see that. You were never going to see this stuff. That's all on the inside of the shoulder joint. You're never going to see that. Now that piece of music was for a CG movie part, which is actually a spoiler bit if I recall correctly, so I'm probably going to talk about it. Alright, I think that's about it. This is one of the many terminal themes from the game. Now, if you listen carefully, you could almost mistake this for the Minerva theme from Gundam Z Destiny. It almost sounds like that. It isn't. It's Chrono Cross. This doesn't have the little trumpets in it, but likes the trumpets. so much ink on my hands. It's not really a problem because it still dries and it dries fast. It just stays on your fingers for a while. It'll wash out though. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired. Definitely gonna wrap up after we get this done. You know what? I think I'm pretty good on these. I'll do a little bit of touch up and then they can go together. Yes, I do remember this song. If you play Chrono Cross, be prepared to hear this song a lot of times. In fact, I may just skip ahead on the soundtrack from this part. Because you hear this song a lot. There's like 6 different remixes of this one song in the game. And it's all part of a little concert thing you have to do. So, I mean, I'm just gonna skip ahead. Because I don't want to hear that dozens of times. The soundtrack only has 3 versions of it, but in the game there's like 6 different versions of that song. But it's a side quest where you have to do this concert on the Zelbis ship. And you have to keep going through it, adding one instrument at a time to the thing before it sounds the way it's supposed to. It's a kind of a long and tedious quest in the game, and not really my favorite. So I'd rather not recall that quest. It's one of those quests that's so tedious, like, oh my god, just get it over with already. Alright. I think we're good to start assembling this here. Yellow parts have to come in from behind. This. Piece will go right there. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do a sticker. Forgot to do that. I put the bird on already. Yeah, I might be able to get it back off. There we go. Stupid stickers, man. Come on. Like, I'm trying to speed along here, and it's like, I speed along, I forget things. Zone. Get this song. The Zone song. Just for that little bit right there. That's all it is. Which I guess is actually a hatch. That's behind the door here. See if I can get that open here. I must test if it actually opens it. I need another toothpick. I have an entire box full of toothpicks here. Just kind of go through them for things like this. There we go. So it opens up like that. And you can see a little sticker inside. So I guess that's just a hatch. A tiny hatch inside the door. build it this way. I'm gonna go right down on this here. Okay. This part is already together. Tightly fit as far as the parts will go. And there's no orientation on these things, so just go like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that track. Not quite the kind of music I want to listen to. This one, very moody. Moody. Is that fitting on there right? Yeah, apparently so. Yeah, that's right. This looks a little weird. And this one needs a sticker too. There. Number 1. We go. Let's see. Real great stickers, you gotta love them or hate them. We got some little pieces of mirror chrome everywhere on the thing. Oh, it will not come off the blade. That's not good. In there. Get in there. Go in. Go on. It doesn't want to come off. It doesn't want to stick. This is where I need like 3 hands. There we go. I just gotta position it in there. A little bit right there. I'm gonna go on this. Yep. Oh. There's another tab in here. Wait, is there? Wait, does this whole thing move? No, it doesn't. What? Wait. Oh, shit, it does. Yeah, but you really gotta press on it to make that move. Oh, okay. Oh. Anybody watching in post here, but the vent piece, or the yellow parts are, this whole thing moves. Did not realize that. I don't know if I can really show it here too well, because it's a really tight fit. This whole thing can move back and forth. Yeah, you can see it there on camera. Apparently, this has to fit in like that. Okay. Alright, yeah, it's easier to do with the part on there. The whole thing moves that. Maybe that's part of the transformation. I never knew that part moved. See, this is the sadder music. And this has stickers on it too. 9 and 6. Don't get them mixed up. It is thoughtful of Bandai when they decide to use stickers to cover up nubs. That's always a very thoughtful thing to do. The little nubs on the back here, they just get covered up by a sticker. You don't even have to see it. Okay. Things come down, they need to go in. Oh. And it's just gonna fold in. And this piece goes on. That is your upper body part. Your neck. Your cockpit hatch. Definitely gonna need a toothpick for that. This whole thing is supposed to come up. I know it comes up like that with transformation. and I guess that's part of the ab crunch thing right there. Not really crunching at the ab, it's crunching in the upper torso, which is kind of weird. I guess that's why I did not expect that. But I guess that's how they designed that to work. That's the back of it. Not much on the inside there. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at the fourth splendor. And then that will be it for tonight. You know what I want to do real quick before? Grab this. A green pen. This should be about dry now. Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to clean the edge up a little bit on it. Do that, clean the edge up. I'm going to scrape a little bit more off that edge than I wanted. It's alright. That's fine. Yeah, it's dry now. I mean, it paints dry pretty quick. I guess that's how so many Japanese modelers can paint their kits so fast. Because they paint dry fast. Like, testers gloss paint, which take like forever to dry. Alright, so this. Let's just go right in there. Oh. I got this on here. Up a little bit there. Wow, I completely missed a spot on this thing. I did not see that. I did not paint. A little edge right here. I missed. Well, you know what that means. I gotta fix that. I have to fix that. Bring the paint back out again. Now, the only thing is I gotta be real careful not to touch that bit as I'm putting the rest of it together. Did I actually get any paint on there? There we go. There we go. Now it's fixed. Oh man, I'm going on like 3 hours now. It's gonna be a long stream. Now I can just close that up. Alright, let's get the rest of this thing together and be done with this. goes on. Yeah, I'm going to stop it right there. I'm just about done here. Okay, then that is the core splendor. Alright, so that is the core splendor. How close did I get it to this? Yeah, halfway there, I'd say. Halfway. Those rear fins are like more in the middle of the body on the original. And on this, they're kind of way towards the back. But, yeah, I think I got most of the way there. I probably should have painted this little bit on top of the clear piece that's kind of sticking out right there. I may fix that off stream. There's the landing gears. So it's like that. And for transformation, is off. So tail fins, they tuck in. Okay, this one's not in all the way. This. Go. That. Back. Take the landing gears off. Still going to handle it carefully because paint is going to be not cured yet. Going to fold down. So, and that's what it's going to look like when it goes into the Gundam. That. This would be the back, sticking out on the back of the Impulse Gundam. But I don't think that'll actually stick into here. Maybe. No. Okay, it'll probably sit in there just like that. Alrighty then, that's going to be it for today. I will continue this later on in the week. Like that. And the chest. Alright. I'm signing off. That'll be it for tonight. Bye bye.